Good morning, students. I am Dr. Gauri Patil, Assistant Professor from Arts, Science and Commerce College, Ramananda Nagar, Burli. Students, in last lecture, we have studied the chapter Wave Motion and Ultrasonic Wave from paper 6 of BSc Second Year, Waves and Optics. Students, in today's lecture, we will discuss about all the revision of the last lectures, and we will discuss in detail about all the points regarding to wave motion and ultrasonic waves. In previous lecture, we have studied about what is mean by piezoelectric effect, how piezoelectric effect generate, and what are the different types of the method for the production of ultrasonic waves. So, dear students, as we know that wave is nothing but the transfer of energy from one point to another point in the medium. And there are how many types of the waves? There are two types of the waves. First is the mechanical wave and other is a non-mechanical wave. Means in mechanical wave, the wave which need the medium to travel. But in non-mechanical wave, the non-mechanical wave can travel through the vacuum. They do not need the medium. So again, we know that the mechanical waves are divided into two types. First is the transverse wave and another is the longitudinal wave. As we know that in transverse wave, the particles of the medium means the particles which are vibrated in a such a way that their vibration which are perpendicular to the propagation of wave. Means here this is the propagation, this is the direction of the wave, and all the particles which are vibrated perpendicular to this propagation of wave. And in longitudinal wave, as you look at here, these are the compression and the rarefaction. Compression, rarefaction, compression, rarefaction. Means in longitudinal waves, particles are vibrated in the form of compression and the rarefaction. Means their vibration which are parallel to the propagation of wave. So as we talk on the basis of their difference, then first difference is that the transverse wave is made up of crest or trough, while longitudinal wave is made up of compression and rarefaction. Also in transverse wave there is no pressure variation, while in longitudinal wave there is the pressure variation throughout the medium. Also, as we discussed earlier, that in transverse wave the particles are vibrated with the right angles to the direction of the propagation of the wave, while in longitudinal wave the particles are vibrate parallel to the direction of propagation of wave. In transverse wave there is the change in the density of the medium, while in longitudinal wave there is a change in the density throughout the medium. Light is an example of transverse wave, while the sound is the best example of the longitudinal wave. So after differentiating all these differences, we discuss about the stationary wave. Means what is mean by the stationary wave? As we know that if we put one string, and when this string is kept in between the two fixed points, then what happens? When this string is kept between the two fixed points, and when we apply the pressure by putting the finger or any external force, then what happens? Because of appliances of pressure, then that string is getting vibrating, and because of that vibration, what happens? There is a formation of stationary wave inside the string. Means here when we put the pressure, then what happens? Here the wave is produced, and when this wave reaches to that point, then this wave is get back reflected, and then what happens? Here production of stationary waves. So stationary wave is formed on this string. So after stationary wave we have discussed about the what? After stationary wave, we have discussed about the normal modes of the vibration of string. Here, as we see here, this is the fundamental. Means when n is equal to 1, in this length of string L, what happens? Here there is a production of one loop, and this one loop is produced at how much of wavelength? At 2L. Then when n is equal to 2, which is called as a second harmonic, which gives two loops on this string of length L at wavelength L. And when n is equal to 4, which gives the fourth harmonic and which gives the 4 loops on this string of length L at the wavelength lambda is equal to 1 by 2L. So all these are what? All these are the normal modes of the strings or normal modes of the vibration of strings, which we have discussed in the last lecture. Then after this we have discussed about the phase and the group velocity. Means we know that phase velocity is the velocity of single wave. Means if we have one particle which having the wave associated with it, then whose wavelength, which is given by equation lambda is equal to h by p. Or group velocity, this is the phase velocity. Phase velocity is the velocity of single wave, while group velocity is the velocity of envelope of modulated wave. Means here there is a one wave having different velocity and another wave which is moving with different velocity or different frequency. And when these two waves are interfere with each other, then what happens? Then one envelope is formed. Then what happens? Here I will draw here first wave and then again second wave. This is the envelope, and envelope is travel with the group velocity. That envelope having the velocity of group velocity, and the wave which is inside the envelope which moves with the velocity of phase velocity. So group velocity is the velocity of envelope of modulated wave, while phase velocity is the velocity of single wave. So after phase velocity and group velocity, we have studied the relation between the phase velocity and group velocity, and then after this we will discuss about the detection of ultrasonic waves. Means there are various types of the method for the detection of ultrasonic waves. First method is the piezoelectric generator method. So dear students, there are how many types of the methods for the detection of ultrasonic waves? There are two types of the method. First method is the piezoelectric detector method and second one is the Kunz tube method. So in piezoelectric detector method, what happens? When ultrasonic compression and rarefaction allowed to fall upon a quartz crystal, then what happens? A certain potential difference is developed across the faces of the faces, and which after amplification by a value of amplifier which can be detect the ultrasonics. So here this is the basic principle for the detection of the ultrasonic wave by using the piezoelectric detector. And another method is the Kunz tube method. And in Kunz tube method, what happens? There is one long glass tube and which is supported horizontally to air column, and when the ultrasonic waves are passed in the Kunz tube, then what happens? The lycopodium powder which is sprinkled in the tube, which collects the form of hips at the nodal points and the blown of the antinodal points. So this method is used to provide that the wavelength is not very small. So by using this Kunz tube method, we can determine or we can detect the ultrasonic waves. So these are two important methods for the detection of ultrasonic waves. First is the piezoelectric detector method and second is the Kunz tube detector method. So after detection of ultrasonic waves, we we'll discuss about the applications of the ultrasonic waves. Students, as we know that ultrasonic wave having wide range of applications from medical to industry, engineering and so many fields. So first we will discuss the use of ultrasonic waves in the medical. Means in medical, sonography means ultrasound, which is used for the diagnostic purpose, also to visualize the muscle, tendons and many integral organs and their size, to view or to study their structure and the pathological lesions. Also, these ultrasound, which are primarily used for the date of the pregnancy, to check the location of the placenta, to check the number of fetuses. Also, by using this ultrasonic wave, we can check the fetal movements and the breathing and the heartbeat. Means what is the rate of the heartbeats, which can be detected by using these ultrasonic waves. So after application of this ultrasonic wave in the medical field, we will discuss the use of ultrasonics in the industrial applications. Means they can be used in the industry with the many purposes or with the wide range of applications, such as in sonochemistry. Sonochemistry is the application of ultrasound to chemical reaction and process reacting to increase reaction speed, to increase in reaction output or to more efficient energy usage. Also they are used in the activation of metals and the solids, and also used to increase the reactivity of reagents or catalysts. So these all are the various applications of the ultrasonic waves in industries. So after this, we know that ultrasonic waves are used in the cleaning applications, such as automotive. Means in the automotive, their ultrasonic waves are used for the cleaning applications. In sporting, in printing, in marine, in medical field, in pharmaceutical, in electroplating and engineering industries. Means there are so many fields or there are so many applications of these ultrasonic waves. Then also these ultrasonic waves are used in the field of plastic welding. Means in plastic welding field, they are used for the fabrication of they are used in the fabrication of thermoplastic articles. Means in the field of plastic welding, the ultrasonic waves are used for the fabrication of thermoplastic articles, while in field of cleaning, they are used in the aqueous media of engineering items or medical instruments and jewelry. In sonochemistry, they are used in the electrochemistry and environmental protection. In processing, they are used for the pigments and solid dispersion in liquid media and crystallization and filtration. So there are so many wide range of applications in the so many fields. So after this, we will also discuss about their uses of these ultrasonic waves in the field of medical, that which I have told before, that they are used in the ultrasonic imaging, in physiotherapy. Also they are used in the geography or geology. Means ecotechnics, means the location of minerals and oils deposits in the depth or in the seas and the oceans. Means they are used in for the sonar. Okay, I think in last lecture we have studied in detail about the sonar, what is meant by sonar and how ultrasonic waves are used in the sonar application. Then in dentistry, ultrasonic waves are used for the cleaning and drilling of teeth. Means in field of dentistry, for the purpose of cleaning and drilling of teeth, the ultrasonic waves are mainly used. Also they are used in the biology and biochemistry for homogenization and the cell dispersion. So these are all application of ultrasonic waves. So dear students, these all are the application and the property of the ultrasonic waves. So here we will stop, and in the next lecture we will continue with the next point. So dear students, we will stop here. Thank you very much.